Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Phonics Online. This is a Phase 5 phonics lesson. I hope you have your whiteboards and your pens with you and you're ready to get started this morning. Okay, so we're going to start with a little bit of revision today. I'm going to get the clock out ready for you. I'm going to give you, I think, 1 minute to complete this task. What you have to do is you need to think of as many words as you can that end in air. So we have the trigraph air, and you can see I've started one with pear. You have 1 minute on the clock to see how many words you can get. Write them on your whiteboard. So 30 seconds left. Let's see how many you got. Think about the rhyming words. Once you've got one, you can think of some more that rhyme. 10 seconds. Okay, let's see how we did. Okay, so these are some of the ideas that I came up with. I came up with fair. Okay, you could have fair, pear, fair. I also came up with chair. Chair is another one that rhymes. We could also have flare. Flare is another one that I come up with. If you have flare, we could also have stare. Stare is another one that you could have had. We could also have, this one's a little bit cheeky because it doesn't end in fair, but fairy was another one that we could have come up with. And finally, I came up with the one also a little bit cheeky. Stairs. Okay, so there's some ideas of words that you could have come up with. If you came up with at least 3, give yourself a tick on your whiteboard. That can be a dojo when you go back to class. Well done if you got more than that correct. Okay, so today we are going to be learning the digraph owl and the digraph I. Now you might remember that you have learned these digraphs previously, but they had different letters. So these are alternate digraphs. So today we're learning OU, making the owl sound, and IE, making the I sound. So we have 4 pictures down the bottom here. We have a house, we have a mouse, we have a pie, and we have a tie. So I'm going to put 1 minute back on the clock again. I would like to see you on your whiteboards and pens write the 4 words using the owl sound and the I sound. So these are the digraphs that are in these 4 words, okay? 1 minute to write these 4 words on your whiteboards. Off you go. Okay, that's 30 more seconds. 10 more seconds. Okay, that's your time up. Let's see how you got on. Okay, so I'm going to start over here with pie, because pie is a nice and simple one to start with. We've just got p, I, nice and easy. So p, I, that's how we write pie. And tie is the same. Once we've done that, we know how to do it. So it's t, I, nice and easy again. So we've got the t sound and then I over here. Now, when we come to house and mouse, they are slightly harder. They're actually tricky words because house has a silent E on the end that's tricking us. So it is a tricky word, but you can still hear the sound. So again, with mouse, we've got ow, there's our digraph. That's how it should be spelled. But again, we've got that silent E on the end. Okay, so we've got house, mouse, pie, and tie. If you got all four of those correct, give yourself a tick on your whiteboard. That can be a dojo at the end of the lesson. Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, owl and I are alternate digraphs. That means that there is a different way to make the same sound. So as you can see here, our owl sound that we're learning today can also have the word noun, house and mouse, and shout. But we also can make owl sound using an O and a W, as in cow, now, bow, and wow. Okay, then over here we have I sound with IE, which is the one we're learning today. We could have lie, pie, hide, and die here. And we can also make the I sound with the trigraph IGH, making the I sound, as in night, fight, fright, or sight. So what I want you just to have a little think about, and I'm going to give you another minute on the clock to have a think about this. If you want to write some of the words down, you can, but what I want you to have a think about is, what is the rule going to be? How can we know which digraph we need to use? So what tells us if it's owl or owl? And what tells us if it's I or I? Okay, have a little think about that. I'm going to give you 1 minute just to have a think about it. If you want to write down your rule on your whiteboard, then you can do that as well. So I'm going to give you a little bit of a clue, and I want you to have a look at where the digraph is in the word. So is it at the beginning of the word? Is it at the middle? Or is it at the end? Have a look where the digraph is in the word. Okay, if you have a partner, you can discuss it with them. Okay, I'd be really interested to let your teachers know what ideas you came up with, what you think the rule would be. Okay, so one of the rules over here is when we are using the owl sound, you will see it's in the middle of the word. So if there's a consonant after the word, you're generally going to be using OU to make the owl sound. If it is at the end of the word, like in cow, now, bow, and wow, you will find that it is the OW sound. Now, as always, there is an exception to this rule, and I'm going to show you one example of that. For example, the word frown, frown. That has the ow sound in it, but it is using the OW sound. So there are always some exceptions to the rule, but generally, if you're deciding whether to use ow or ow, think about where it is in the word. Okay, the same can be true of the I sound. When it's IGH, it's normally in the middle of a word, and the IE is generally at the end of a word. Now, there are exceptions to that rule, and as you can see here, tide is in the middle of the word. That's because it's had a suffix added to the end of it. Now, we could add a suffix to the end of all of these, so we could have lied, died, as well as tide. However, if you're looking at just the root word, so the main part of the word without any suffix or prefix, if the IE is at the end of the root word, it is generally, if the I sound at the end of a root word, it is generally made with the IE sound. Okay, so the rule here is if it's in the middle, you're using our alternate here, and if it's at the end, you're using the ow with the OW. And the same over here. If it's the IE, it's normally at the end of a word, and if you're using IGH, it's generally in the middle of the word. But like I said, there is always an exception to every rule, but that is a good guideline to help you. Okay, everybody, well done. You've done an excellent job today. If you have time, please go to Education City and play Mouse in the House. It will help you with the vowel digraph that we've learned today, the owl sound. And so please have a go at playing that game today. And I'm going to say goodbye. Have a lovely rest of the day.